Hi, everybody. It's Tom Dill here with TFT's Buyers Associates at Royal LePage here in Port Alberni. Last week, we did a quick little video from home here with Chris Fenton and Michelle Aston about the challenges that people are kind of facing with buying and selling real estate here during the COVID-19. So this week, we wanted to change it up a little bit. I wanted to invite Chris, who's the owner of Royal LePage, back again, and as well as a new agent just kind of joined our team here at TFT's Buyers Associates and with Royal LePage. So today we're going to kind of introduce Nick, who's our new agent, and also discuss a little bit about a new venture that Royal LePage has taken on. So Nick, once again, I want to welcome you. You are one of the news members here at Royal LePage, and you're specifically working on the same team as I am with TFT's Buyers Associates. And so how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, great. Great for joining us from home. So what can you tell me about what brought you to Royal LePage?
Yeah, so what brought me to Royal LePage, quite a few months ago, it was last fall, I applied to a job that Chris had posted. I can't even remember what the specific job title was now, but I had a really great interview with him, and we kind of hit it off. And I had been planning on doing my licensing that winter, but after meeting Chris, and he told me about Royal LePage and kind of the plan that he had going forward, I just had to jump on board. I got really excited. I did my own research about Royal LePage, and everything I had found out was just in line exactly with what I wanted to be a part of. Being a Canadian agency and being a strong Canadian national brand just resonated with me growing up in Canada, and being a proud Canadian, I just thought that was, just a perfect fit. So.
Excellent. Well, we're glad to have you. Welcome again to our team. Moving forward, what's your role going to be here with Royal LePage, and what areas are you going to be servicing?
Yeah, so I'm working with as a buyer's agent for TFT Buyers Associates, and I'm living out in Ucluelet, and I'm going to be servicing the Tofino and Ucluelet markets, so the West Coast markets, and that also includes Salmon Beach. So that's where I'm going to be really focusing, and I'm going to be working with buyers. So from the agency perspective, I'm going to be meeting buyers and helping them represent their side of the transaction and helping them find homes that they would like to purchase. So for me, it's really perfect because I think some of my strengths, are problem solving and being a good listener. And I think those will just really play well into this part of just being able to connect with people, finding out their needs and their wants, and being able to find them the right property to fit those needs. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, so are we. I think it's going to be a great fit, and I wish you all the luck there in the West Coast, and I think it's going to work out. So that brings me to you, Chris. You had brought Nick on to work on the West Coast. Tell me more about why you chose him to take on that area.
Yeah, well, there's a story there. So I became a realtor in 2003. I was young. I was in my early 20s, and it was my dream to go to the West Coast, to move to Ucluelet specifically, and start. At that time, I was with a company called Coast Realty that no longer exists, and we wanted to start a brokerage out there. We just saw there as being a great opportunity in that market. Our kind of core values is that we're always trying to find ways to help people achieve peace of mind through the process. So peace of mind with, did I make the right hire in terms of real estate agent? Peace of mind, are they looking after my best interest? Peace of mind, are we helping them get them? Are they helping me get the most money? That's sort of how our business model has been built, and we just felt it was a perfect fit for the West Coast. Anyways, life threw some curveballs at me, and I ended up in the Alberni Valley. I ended up buying Port Alberni's Royal LePage franchise and growing a team. So the Fenton Team, I'm a listing agent with the Fenton Team, which is a listing company. We represent sellers in a real estate transaction. I think it was met Nick through. I was hiring for a listing coordinator, and Nick came in, and Nick and I have a lot in common. I have a degree in business, and Nick does as well. So we speak the same language right off the bat, which is huge when you're thinking about moving into a new market. So almost right away, I became incredibly comfortable with Nick, taking what we're doing with Royal LePage and bringing it to the West Coast. I've been working with him very, very closely ever since, and he picks up on things is quicker than anybody I've met. And seems to understand real estate really well. So I'm super comfortable with him being out there. My job is I'm going to be a listing agent working the West Coast. So I have been for about the last year. We've sort of soft launched in Ucluelet and Tofino. Yep. We've had some great success. And Nick is going to work with all the people that are buying down on the coast. So it's a great, it works really well together.
What are some of the challenges that you are expected to face or have faced and overcome?
Road closures. No.
Yeah.
So the road to
Definitely.
everyone knows the road to the West Coast has some major construction. So that's been a challenge for us. I'm based in Port Alberni.
Mhm.
Love Ucluelet. I worked in Ucluelet for 3 years at the fish plants, actually, when I was right out of high school. Was married on Long Beach. So huge part of my life. But that's the biggest challenge probably is the distances. And that's why it's so important for Nick to be down there. And right before this pandemic hit, we were looking at getting some office space and opening an office in Ucluelet. So I think that'll help a lot. But just having a local real estate expert in Nick in the area is pretty much solving all of our challenges that we found so far. And we do so much. We're an internet-based company. We do so much of our sales online. So the distances really aren't a major challenge to us. And we're certainly learning through COVID-19 that we can operate remotely. So it's some challenges, but they're fun.
There you go. And Nick, so for you, so you just freshly relocated to Ucluelet. I know you've been there before, but so what are some of the challenges that you have been facing yourself, and how do you think the community has received you moving into the community?
Yeah. I think one of the biggest challenges so far was I moved back to Ucluelet with my partner Jackie right before COVID-19 kind of really started happening and taking off.
Mm-hmm.
So I was lucky to have made that move before that happened. I used to live in Ucluelet. I spent a summer living out here, and I've been coming out here my whole life. I'm a big time surfer, so I've been coming out here my whole life to surf and camp with my family. So it's always been a part of my life. But I think one of the biggest challenges was coming back and not being able to reconnect with a lot of the friends that I have out here.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the friends and ex-colleagues from when I worked out here, not being able to reconnect with them and reach out and see how they've been, because it's been a few years since I've lived out here. So that's been one challenge so far. And I think also just, staying positive and starting a new career when all of this is happening. But I think for the better, I've become even more positive about it all happening right now, because I think I'm learning a lot of really good communication skills that are going to transfer as we continue forward. Things like we've started doing virtual showings, and we've started doing virtual open houses. And I think especially for this market, I've been meeting a lot of buyers who are coming from Vancouver or maybe back out east. And, these skills that we're learning to be able to present homes and show them through the technology that we have before they even come here to visit, I think it's going to be a huge asset moving forward in helping sell homes and showing that awareness for buyers. So I think I've been able to take a challenge and really learn some new skills and develop some new skills that moving forward are going to be super powerful and are going to be really helpful to buyers, especially ones that we're meeting online. Like Chris said, a huge part of the business is connecting with, our buyers through online and being able to present homes to them. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, you kind of brushed on technology there, being the West Coast being such a community that's kind of driven by tourism. You do get a lot of people who are looking from afar to buy. So that's great that you guys are providing those services and making it easier for them to purchase. So Chris, so what do we expect from Royal LePage in the future? How are you going to be moving forward?
In the West Coast, yeah, we're expecting big things and great things. We last year we sold 100% of the homes we were listed. We had the opportunity to list in Ucluelet, and on average we sold them at 100% of the asking price. So we were doing a good job of selling things quicker and selling them for more money and sticking to those core values I talked about a little bit earlier. We're just expecting that to kind of take off here at this point, as people in Ucluelet and Tofino get the opportunity, when they get the opportunity to meet with us face to face or at least on the phone, and get to know who we are and what we're about and what makes us so incredibly different from the other options they have when they're looking to sell or buy a home. So looking forward to some big things, and I see nothing but a huge future for Nick and Royal LePage on the West Coast.
Yeah, sounds great. I think that we're going to see a lot of good sales and making a lot of people happy and finding homes and selling their homes. So definitely looking forward to the years to come here. So anyways, I just want to thank Chris Fenton and Nick Holatko for joining me this morning from their homes once again. And we're glad to be able to introduce you officially to everybody, Nick. And I wish you good luck for the future and whatever it brings. I'll leave a link below for anybody looking to contact Chris to list a home, or also if you're looking at buying in the West Coast area, we'll have a link there for you can get a hold of Nick as well. So once again, it was a pleasure having both of you here today. And for everybody watching at home, I hope you guys all stay safe and healthy. And thank you for joining us today. And until next time, have a good day.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks
Tom.
everyone.
Thanks, Chris.